Stevie dim day. We in Global TV says certain kind of friend we no keep. And some informer friend we lovely. We in Global, bona fake friend and bona tape. We in Global, we not promote them, we not support them. Look at them on the cheek, come here represent for. We in Global TV. Check it.
Good morning and welcome. If you really don't understand what is going on, it's the Prime Minister's grave digging. It's all falling apart, but suddenly it starts making sense. Marcia B. Rowe in the cockpit country. Tell Chief to sprinkle rum. We're digging the Prime Minister's grave, a government marred by corruption and thieves. You couldn't make it up if you want to make the best film about the worst government you could ever have. We have just found out the reality of it. No good in a parliament, you know. Not a thing, no good in there. Everybody hand in the cookie jar. We just sit down on the ship and the ship that rock. Prime Minister. Some of the rat them start to jump overboard. Prime Minister. Minister. But this time, I not Jonah, we are going to throw overboard. I wonder if the Prime Minister is going to throw his wife overboard. What a disgrace. One thing, Prime Minister, I know about Jamaican men. If it's one thing other than bun that you could use to embarrass Jamaican men, Prime Minister, it's for them hearsay, them wife, sweetheart, girlfriend, baby mother get caught in public stealing, Prime Minister. I wonder how Andrew Holness feel this morning. Now that we know his wife, baby mother, girlfriend, sweetheart is caught in public stealing. If the wife is stealing, which in a relationship most of the time, we see the wife to be the more dignified one. Hey, this morning, we're going to dig the Prime Minister's grave. Whether he wants to roll in it after, it's his problem. Certainly, we will come back on Global Television studio this evening for Drive Time to break bottle in the Prime Minister's grave because we want him to have an uncomfortable death, you see. There's so much to talk about this morning. If the wife, which we expect Prime Minister to have a bit of integrity over some shoddy, pusillanimous, egotistical jackass of a husband, and if wife get caught stealing, can you imagine when the other 4 reports are dropped, Prime Minister? Hey, this time, I know Jonah, we are going to overboard. We just sit down on the ship and the ship start rock. The wave is getting big out there, Prime Minister. What a disgraceful bangarang breaking out in your government. The twist and chops and change with Matthew Samoda all shone through clearly now, is it not? The Speaker at thief, the Deputy Speaker at thief. What else do you expect Matthew Samoda is in high school for? Is it that Matt maybe, but how Matt figure clean? If Varys, hey Jesus, what a mix up. No, sir. We think about go gunman and murder. Tavares Simpson guilty of. Jesus. This time, man, Jonah, we're going to throw overboard. Prime Minister, are you willing to throw your wife overboard? Step away while you have integrity. Not too much of it left, Prime Minister, or none at all. What are you waiting for? I mean, the collapse is great. It is glaring. Who can't see the collapse? I mean, yeah? Even Horace Chang, which is the blindness of you all, could see this collapse. Does this government have integrity to continue? It's a question every Jamaican should be asking themselves this morning. Does this government have the integrity and the credibility to really continue? What on earth is this? Prime Minister say my restructure and restructure and all of it. You think you catch Mark Golden off guard? Integrity caught you off guard. We just sit up on the ship and the wave get big. But this time, man, Jonah, we go to overboard. What on earth? the Speaker of the House of Representatives, your legislative house, Jamaica, your elected legislature, elected chamber, the Speaker of the House, who is going to preside? This is where it gets serious, Jamaica. Hey, this is where it gets serious. It's even moving to the territory of dangerous. These are the two people that would have preside. Beaton teacher can go on this morning. A problem you look. A problem you look, Beaton teacher. The problem in our parliament is, at the moment, the Speaker of the House, the Deputy Speaker of the House is under investigation, and their report turn up for tabling. You see how dangerous and serious this is? Who's going to preside over the tabling of this report? Will Andrew Holness be appointing an acting speaker to preside? This is dangerous, Jamaica. You don't understand. This is the head of the legislature. Jamaica, the head of your legislature, the deputy. Nobody is worthy of presiding in our parliament. The deputy speaker and the speaker caught all with drawers down. Hey. Hold on there. Beat and teacher, check my WhatsApp. You don't get my WhatsApp from you. Hold on. If I something you said me earlier, rehash it back to me. Hira and Juliet, who preside over the House of Representatives. All caught. But then you, young lady, you is the one who surprised me. Because we knew you were up to something in the Curtis Holness debacle. We knew you took side with Juliet. We couldn't work out why. It became clear yesterday. Hands, Miss Lull, in the cookie jar. Like and share the live, please. Beat and teacher, say your WhatsApp me. You don't see nothing. If I stop what you send me previously, I have to resend it to me, make me know exactly what to focus on. What a disgrace in our country. The clerk of the House, the deputy speaker, and the speaker, who, I think that, no, the clerk, she's the current clerk. So the deputy is going to be the one who has to read it out. But who is going to preside? Because the speaker and the deputy speaker can't, shouldn't. What disgrace. Can Juliet or Eroy preside over their report? I don't know. The murderer who arranged the killing of his son-in-law, the father of his grandchild, the president of your Senate, Jamaica. You couldn't make this up. Our House has been left, our entire legislature has been left without a presiding officer. We catch Tom a thief, we catch Juliet a thief, we catch Eli a thief. You see the mess. Yes, that's Dogpa father-in-law. Was before he murdered or arranged for him to be murdered. Tom Tavares Finson. We knew you were guilty of much. We really didn't see this coming, Tom. The illicit. I wonder who your deal drugs for, Tom. Or the taxpayer money you swindle, Tom. We know you're crooked, you know. Because we know you arranged the murder of your son-in-law, the father of your grandson, head teacher Wagwan. Loved the program yesterday. I really enjoyed that one. Really, really did. Tavares. Our house is left without a presiding officer. Juliet Holness, a thief. Pam Tavares, a thief. Hirai Clark, a thief. Colleen Lull, a thief. And it's only 4. We still have 4 more letters to come. But me hear the disgraceful thief in labor right then. Having issue. Annalisa Wagwan, me know you're there, sorry. Hear them having issue over the PMP not contesting the election, disingenuous, and all sorts of things have been said. This is been said by Uno the thieves. I mean, if we look road one on a job because of stealing. Remember Marissa Dalwymple Filbert just over a year ago? When fair report come and we find out that she had thief left, right, and center. It's not the first a speaker of our house been caught stealing, is it? We have to dig them grave and trample over it today because don't forget, say, when Andrew was referred to prosecution today, by tomorrow, we hear say Andrew was clear because time has passed, not enough evidence, public interest, and all. So we may hear when the letter open, so they don't have a thing to answer to. So let's dance on their grave while we can. This is a disgrace. It is all making sense now. The move with Matthew Samuda, rather. It's making sense now because the Prime Minister need to choose a Speaker of the House quickly. So is it then that they're going to hold out on these reports until after the by-election to install their possible new speaker? Andrew, you're not a problem, you know. Speaker, finance minister, you're in problem. It looks like you don't have a place to draw another crook from at this moment. Everybody look like them are run from prison, Andrew Holness, because you can't name a minister of finance. And now it turned out as these reports drop. You're going to have to go choose a speaker of the house. This is a government in chaos. I don't know how much of you have recognized this is a government in chaos. Your bright and shining armor of a finance minister is leaving to go and mash up the third world countries. Your wife, prime minister, head of the legislature, have been caught stealing. Her deputy prime minister also have been caught stealing. Her clerk, the clerk of our house, prime minister, has been caught stealing. The president of our Senate, prime minister, has been caught stealing. This is a government in collapse. This is a government with its majority who cannot find credible people to replace the crooks. This is a massive failure of your government, Prime Minister. I mean, a hog pen at the moment is less chaotic than your government. Come on, get the cat fight going on in public. Because, of course, Andrew Holness, by the time the other 4 report comes, we just sit down and the ship start rock. But this time, I know, Jonah, we're going to throw overboard. Are you going to throw your wife, Prime Minister, overboard? How do you feel this morning as the man of the house, knowing that your wife was caught stealing in public, Prime Minister? But then again, if it's a household of thieves, then it wouldn't really matter to them. When you're not sorry, so no thief. When you're sorry, so no get caught. That's the mentality you would have in. What a disgrace. Our Parliament, Prime Minister, under no other government, has never been in this disarray, where looting and shooting, Prime Minister, is the norm in your government. Looting and shooting is the norm in your government. Look at how you look at what you all have done to the education budget, finance, health. We lost count of the amount of steal and swindle out of those 2 departments. Look at how you've handled the country finances. Look at how lawless, Prime Minister, yourself and those who you have reinforced yourself with is when it comes to the business of the people, Prime Minister. Utter lawlessness. Prime Minister, which other government, Jesus Christ, help him, dear God, because something wrong with their finger. Which other government you ever see so much stealing go on in, sir? If you don't want dance pan Juliet Grave this morning, no problem. A long time we wait for dance pan Juliet Grave. No amount of rock could soothe what is going on in the Labour Party this morning. But unolat over TikTok, Labour right over TikTok, and Labour right over Twitter. Join me in the Global Television studio at Drive Time this evening for the lashing. I'll be coming at you because I realize that uno no ongo dunce, uno no ongo corrupt, uno no ongo sell on yourself cheap, but uno willing to back up thieves to the end, all when uno them a thief from. Labour right uno shame, shut up. Shut up, uno shame. When you're not shame enough to hold on your head and walk away. You've never seen a government in Jamaica. Of course, we know the Omar Davis and the Portia and the PJ them. We know thief when we see thief. A long time we deal with thief. Thief are not new to we. You can't just ask we if you want to know. Thief are not nothing new to we. We're coming back this evening, not on the producer wing or on the GTV, on studio, Global TV studio, to break bottle in the Prime Minister's grave. We now make you go comfortable. We dig your grave this morning and we have broke battle because we want you lay down and comfortable, Prime Minister. Just like a hole, we are lay down and comfortable, not able to set up. We can go in a peace again, Andrew Holness. Because you see, so your government are crumble, you have unleashed your gangsters across the country for just a walk and a shoot way up. So you think you can put we into fear to win this election, hook or crook, by force or by fire, Prime Minister, our country will be free from you. We catch him, we catch him. Good morning and welcome. If you're just joining us and you're not understanding what is going on, it's the Prime Minister's grave digging. And we will be coming back later to break bottles to decorate his grave. This Prime Minister, the only one amongst you lot, because whole on a try to pull down Valerie Curtis. The whole on generation crooks where Andrew Holness come along with. Wanna try to pull down Valerie Curtis. But is it not though that Valerie Curtis is the only one amongst all of you who've got any form of integrity? Look upon the big majority Holness have in a parliament. One of them are walk and hold down them head. Not even the cabinet one them can't come out here, come talk. Prime Minister, me do it all. Me, Prime Minister, have to come out here, come do it for them. Member, a ramp where a ramp Prime Minister. If your teeth, your finger will get mashed at some point, is it not? As long as your teeth, Prime Minister, your finger will get mashed. No amount of chopping and changing of your government or the Jamaica Labour Party at the moment, Prime Minister, will help. For once, even though you don't have, let me plead that you have some form of integrity and come to the nation and ask them to decide on who take this country forward. The amount to no thief and to wholeness. Look at what you and Grace McLean, Fable Williams, Cousin Trope has done to education. Look at what Tufton has done to the health Ministry of Health. Do the honorable thing and let the country decide if they can go forward with criminals or let us try something else. But certainly what we have now, it's not tolerable. This shouldn't be, Prime Minister, what any government should be. So much honor at the very top of the executive and the legislature, Prime Minister, is been caught stealing, and you think you have credibility to come to us and say anything believable? You have never said anything in the last 8 years credible. What make you think, Prime Minister, you would conjure up any conscience, humanity or humility to speak to the Jamaica people in an honest and believable way? The country needs a break. The country needs a new direction. The country cannot continue with thieves. Rather, Prime Minister, these maneuvering you have been doing in the last 3-4 days, it's not going to save your skin. Nothing but prison at the moment will save you and your government. Nothing but prison will save you and your government. There's no coming back from this. None at all. We've been long waited. We always knew Juliet and Andrew was under the illicit probe. Juliet report turns up now. Who's going to preside over it? Because the reports surface. 2 of the report are for 2 of those, and those 2 are the Speaker and the Deputy Speaker of our House. Jamaica, do you see how dangerous this is? How long will this dancing about be before the reports are tabled? Can the report be tabled with Juliet or Heroy presiding over it? Can Tom report be tabled with Tom presiding still in the Senate? Should they have to step aside before the reports are tabled? Marissa didn't preside over hers. Wasn't it Juliet that presided over Maria's report? Beat and teach, correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't it Juliet that presided over Maria Dalwymple Filbert's report? This is disgraceful. This is disgraceful. This is our country, Jamaica. That sweet, sweet Jamaica, that brand Jamaica. Yes, that Jamaica, where our executive and our parliament is run by criminals, is run by corrupt people. Bringing Matthew Samuda as the Speaker of the House or as the Finance Minister, can you, Jamaica, trust Matthew Samuda in any of those 2 positions? That Matthew Samuda in 2018 who wanted to hang Jamaicans. That Matthew Samuda who we found out this year divert your water to his white multinational hotel building friends, depriving you, the Jamaican people, of water. And he lied about it. Not only that did Matt lie about it, but when a broadcaster exposed Matt and his prime minister make sure that that broadcaster received disciplinary for it. Is that the person you would want to be heading the finance of your country? Or is it that the person you would want your prime minister to install as Speaker of the House, head of the legislature, a 37-year-old boy who we don't know anything much about? You can't even do a research and map because there's nothing out there and Matt to research. We know Matty Samuda fraudulently is making his way to the legislature. Fraudulently. But he is still being enforced upon us in a bid to soothe over the criminality of the Andrew Holness-led regime. I wonder if the labor rights understand where their government has taken the country. No labor right there. When I want another coffee, we boil coffee round the back in a manish water, they pan fire, manish water soon come off as well. We soon take off the soup off a fire. Rum the pan table over there, so. We're going to have white rice and chicken back too. And if you want, you can go. That's why the jerk man go buy jerk chicken and bread. Yes. Look at our parliament, Jamaica. We don't have a speaker. We don't have a president of the Senate neither. We don't have a clerk of the House of Representatives either. They are caught stealing. No, somebody list all of the thief them, beat and teach, you know them well. List all of the thief them in an Andrew government will get hoisted in the chat for me, please. List them in a one chat so I can pin them. From Warrell Reid, Fix Pinnock, all of them were to do with Andrew regime and appointment. List them in the group for me. Make people see for themselves the amount amongst Andrew Holness that has been caught steal. And we're not even talking beat and we're not even talking them a local government. We're talking those in parliament that got caught stealing for the last 8 years under Andrew. List them. Make the people see, say, I don't just know galang in. From them come. But remember, the thief who leads the gang, is he not stealing from his being at the Ministry of Education? Was he not trained to steal by the Tivoli Don, Prime Minister Edward Seaga? I don't know. I'm just asking. What a disgrace. When a dirty foreign government, when I come here, when a dirty, corrupt, thieving foreign government, and them down around them, talk truth. Maybe anything when a government have foreign, have integrity. But Andrew let it out of the bag with you know. Andrew make we know say, uno and them are the same. Hear what Andrew said to it. Uno foreign, a sought after in cabinet them. Given what they do to fill a country. And how no pride for yourself pan food country. And them you know sort after. Foreign government a shame on a have. Or a lie Andrew tell Pano another here. To ask what he's talking about. A them ya. Uno really. I walk and look. Come on now. When JLP not there, to come tell we say, I lie the integrity commission I tell. Because me hear them I tell what you call it. One of them were interviewed data and I said somebody in an integrity commission. Because remember when Julian was having his constituency conference the other day. Exactly, Anissa. But in contact with people bad man. Andrew, we think if we never got walk and take up with people them same thing, we wouldn't have seen if we talk about no. Get up every day with the walking and thieving. I hate me we can come out here come talk. We not tell lie pound. When you not thief, it end up on paper. And not just thief on people see it with eye, it end up on paper. But we can read for ourselves and flag it in front of the world and show say yes, we're not a thief. Look on the amount of people in an Andrew Holness government we get caught out for stealing. This is too much. One country can continue being run by so much thieves. No matter there any restructuring Andrew do at the moment, there's nobody credible in the Jamaica Labour Party to take it forward. And that's why we're dancing on the Prime Minister's grave this morning, because the Prime Minister has killed the electability of the Jamaica Labour Party with his looting and shooting over the last 8 years. Them not interested in them something, you know, so them I got talk, Marcia. You know, the TVG and them people I got talk where Andrew tell them to say. Sometime, to God believe you me, I prefer go listen Cliff. God see me heart. I prefer go listen Cliff than go listen TVJ or CVM. Nothing. No nobody so to listen to. Sometimes, you know when Cliff I look the contract them. You have to talk out to all different side of mouth.
Actually be thinking is it that he's going to move somebody from somewhere else and he needs some other but he would
Beat and teeth, me listen this. I'm afraid me call out Nadine Spence and that man, me listen it, but me probably deal with it on something that today. What name? Pan Drive Time London. Me listen this skirmish them. But you know that these people and the wholeness make them how we want them. You know a lot of these people, beat and teaching I do the list for me. People need to see all of the thieves will have to run out of Andrew government purely because we catch them in a crowd, a thief. There is too much of them now. There is too much of them now. Andrew Holness doesn't have the credibility. The Andrew Holness and the JLP does not have the credibility to continue. There's too much corruption and stealing. They have never managed to get a grip on crime over the last 8 years. The St. Lucia, I never bring it up. I think I'll bring it up later. The St. Lucia police chief, is rolling out a crime plan. Horace Chang hasn't surfaced us with one for 8 years. 8 years. So nationwide, so the PM declaration formed part of Integrity Commission. So Andrew know the whopping was gonna come. So that's why I'm doing these forced changes. But if Andrew was being strategic, what he should have done is immediately before him even announce Nigel promotion and start. Let me help you because I know you're dunce. Before you announce Nigel promotion, which led you into the jigger road because you know the Integrity Commission. Oh yes, let me get back to this, can I just remember. With the Dayton Campbell argument where them a say somebody tip off the Integrity Commission. I forget to upload that video, but I really like how he answer them. Then tell me say God I come 2000 years now and him still not come. So if me say the integrity report will be coming soon. Me never talk when me never give a specific time. And the labor right them on TikTok I worry about, you know. Not TikTok, over Twitter, the high class labor right there. Over Twitter, I worry themselves. Somebody in the Integrity Commission tipped off PNP. So what? So what? The tipped off wasn't about a lie, is it? They're over there defending that PNP cannot apologize their way out of this. Make it make sense, you criminals. It's about a report that says 4 of your tapanars are stealing in your government. And all you can look to make argument about is whether the Integrity Commission tipped off somebody in the People's National Party. Is that the issue of concern here? Or is it your budget, your children's legacy? The wealth of your country is being swindled away by your very own favorite politician on a day-to-day basis. The very top who are meant to be respecting the rule of law are flagrantly violating the rule of law on a day-to-day basis. It has all come crashing down. Now, what makes Matthew Samuda not good for any position in our legislature? The crimes he committed against us in the Senate. The crime Matthew committed against the people of Western Jamaica under his water portfolio. That makes him ineligible. To top it off, Matthew Samuda fraud his way into the constituency by way of getting into the legislature. You're using another criminal to replace another criminal prime minister. That's what we're trying to say to you. If you use another post to look after the milk prime minister, turn your back. The other post where you use to protect the milk, just go drink milk. That's what post does, is it not? But this time, I know Jonah, we go to overboard, prime minister. We just sit down on the ship and the ship start rock. The wave get big, make we jump overboard. Who are you going to throw overboard next, Prime Minister? Will you be throwing your thieving wife overboard? I'm going to say goodbye, Prime Minister. Your bad work on earth has come off of social media and the Prime Minister. We know you don't have no shame, but me not think you can take this your heat, yeah. Because we're going to tar you, we're going to feather you, we're going to hang you on stake, we're going to tie hands to you, and we're going to drug you all over the place. The only one with integrity. Wanna push her out. Wanna push her out. And try to mess her up. She, for almost 3 decades, never been under the probe. And this little old wishy-washy washed up ashore. Washed up ashore. Caught in a dragnet. Lol. What a disgrace. What a disgrace. From Babsy light the candle. From Babsy dance around the grapple. Judgment. When Babsy light the candle and gyrate herself around the grotto, Babsy was asking the question, how we cross over. Swim it, Babsy, swim it. Roll, Babsy, roll. Jump if you can. Turn back, Babsy. Uno can't cross it. Uno pocket, Babsy Grange, is too heavy. It had drag on down. That's why. That's why you cannot cross it. That's why Uno cannot cross it. Pocket too heavy. Bogged down by the public's purse. Looting and shooting is what this government has been doing for 8 long years. How much are we catching a crowd? We've lost count. We have lost count of the amount we catch in a crowd stealing. We literally have got to pop out here out our head for count to know. We're going to have to start pop out here out our head for count to know. There's no other way, Prime Minister, of keeping up with the cause. We lost finger and toe right now. We run out of fingers and toes, Prime Minister, because of you and your teeth in government. No, we have to go to pop out here out our head to keep up with the count. What a disgrace. How do you feel this morning, Prime Minister? Your wife has been caught in public stealing. Any Jamaican man, Prime Minister, that's a major embarrassment. A major embarrassment, Prime Minister, for any Jamaican man, that your wife has been caught in public stealing. Her deputy Prime Minister caught stealing. The clerk of the House Prime Minister, and the clerk to the Speaker caught stealing. The President of the Senate Prime Minister caught stealing. It cannot get worse. I mean, if we're waiting to get worse, we might as just go to war with America or Russia. Just choose one of the power. choose one of the power if you're waiting for it to get any worse than it is at the moment. And Nigel is running off, left us. We say we stood up on the ship and the ship start rock. As she surprised me, Noreen. And this year devil here surprised me. Hey, how long your thief, lady? Look like your thief on your deputization days. Because, Mr. Noreen, when Holness and Curtis debacle identified some of the things that she were doing as soon as she got the job, showed us that she takes side with Juliet. We couldn't bog down what the side taking was all about. Hey, yesterday, last night, after I came off here and start flicking through, me say back, side, Shia, no sir. Media look for one bigger fish than she. Me not tell no lie. Me never even look for me no Uriah teeth. Because as you heard last night, I spoke about the hope of money with Chopper John, and Uriah Clark and Chopper John Jug Mule steal up in the fellowship division campaign. Yes. So we know them are thieves. Kind of surprised. Did expect a much bigger fish than Uri. But then again, we know say Uri a big fish long time. Just ask Chopper John. What a disgrace. Even Chopper John, a stock teacher. But what we not have, what we can't afford to get rid of. Because them PNP aligned. Ah, Jesus. Remember this evening, it will be midday your time on the Eastern timeline, 6 p.m. for us on the UK timeline. We're coming back to slash, lash, and burn the JLP on their cronies who want to whittle their way out of stealing. In the top of your chat, if you want to be if you want to ask me, or me never say Drive Time London, we will quarrel. Drive Time London won't be on the major channel producer Wayne, Global TV. It will be on the Global TV studio. If you hit the link in the top of the chat at the moment, you will not miss anything because Global TV studio is live at the moment. It will take you there so you can subscribe. So when the notification goes out for Drive Time London this evening, you are being notified. So if you want to keep up with Drive Time London, we launched back Drive Time London yesterday. Some of you were not aware because it was launched and the channel that it's going to be on, which is Global TV 358 Studio. So if you want to keep up with that, hit the link in the top of the chat at the moment. You really won't miss anything because it will take you straight into the live on that channel where you can subscribe. So when we put the broadcast out this evening, because on a no set, right up to election, this is a major story that we're going to be analyzing and go deeper and deeper into as the Prime Minister does his twists and turns and maneuvering in order to try to whittle his way out of the looting and shooting that he has taken our country into. We will be analyzing every twist and turn of it. So make sure you all keep up with Drive Time London as well. So if you're interested, hit the link in the top of the chat. As soon as we finish this broadcast, we'll be putting out the Drive Time London broadcast so you can all see it out there. So if you want to follow, make sure you subscribe to that link in the top of the chat. If you hit it now, you don't have to have a problem hitting it. You won't miss anything. As soon as you hit that link, you are right into the live as well, because we're live on Studio 358 at the moment as well. But when it comes to Jive Time London, we will only be broadcasting on Studio 358. So if you want to keep up with our second programming for the day, hit the link in the top of the chat now and subscribe, because we will be putting out our broadcast. We will be continuing the analysis of the report that came to the Integrity from the Integrity Commission. We'll also be keeping an eye on what is going on in Parliament, and every word that is coming out of Andrew Holness' mouth will be analyzed. Every move the Prime Minister make will be scrutinized. So make sure you're keeping up with the program on all or Global TV broadcasting group. But Jamaica, this is disgraceful. I've never seen a government where it goes from turmoil to do with stealing. From turmoil to do with stealing. And they're getting worse. Look at who've been caught in the net. The people who preside over our parliamentary affairs. The people who decide what question get asked on the floor of your parliament, whether it be in your Senate or in your representative. Those questions have to pass Tom Tavares Finney. They also have to pass Juliet Holness. These are the people that are caught in public stealing. In any other country, as Architect is saying, this would be a major global news that a government has been caught stealing. This should be major news internationally. But then again, if international government are walking and sort out Andrew cabinet people them, they come to what's it or other wrongs for them, then they may not want to tell you talk Andrew disgrace in a crowd because of them same people there. Them a walk and look for employees. Said Andrew Holness, not me. Said Andrew Holness, not me. Foreign government a sought after in cabinet them. See them here, foreign government. See them here. See the whole of them here. When I want more, when I want all dead palm bed. See it? When I want dead palm bed. See Mike Henry. When I want Mike Henry. We all give you the rest of them side of Mike Henry for brata. If you think a joke where I make, try it. Just tell us say you want Mike Henry and see if you don't get brata with him. And we will make it up. We will give extra on the brata. Just say yes. If you think a joke where I make. There is nothing credible left in the Jamaica Labour Party. You could have switched, chop, change, but you're all chopping already, aren't you? There's nothing you could roll away the stone, Prime Minister. Get any amount, a giant you can, and help you to roll away the stone. The Jamaica Labour Party is dead. No amount of switching and swashing and changing and buying votes, Prime Minister. That majority has been swept from under your feet by your Prime Minister own doing. You, Prime Minister, has refused to sign the code of conduct and your 49 fees. It is disgraceful, you know. A bad, 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 bad. I don't think you want to understand how bad this be. Right now, our parliament doesn't have functioning credibility, is what you all don't understand. Your presiding judge, hallelujah, hey, boy, we just sit down on the if we know pass Span Road, I want to see Wholeness and Juliet Picnic them. Hold on pound no pocket. Hold on pound no pocket. Don't go hold on ball. Say thief, thief. Because mama thief and papa thief can't escape the picnic them. Can't escape the picnic them. So anyway, wanna see Wholeness, them picnic Pan Road. Hold on a pocket. And ball hard like a babe. Murder to blood clot, people. Thief. Yes. Ball out. Because once society Wholeness picnic them, a thief them account thief. Mama teach them for thief. Papa teach them for thief. Remember, even when Wholeness having crooked company them at St. Lucia, he have the thief in picnic them pan it to unit. As shareholder. Understand it. If one wants to Wholeness picnic them, another one hold on pound a pocket. And ball say, whoa, murder, thief. Yeah. Them have it on thief. If you want to say Juliet Wholeness a thief, ask the people in the Coptic country. Ask the people in Quick Step. If one want to say Juliet Wholeness a thief, Juliet Wholeness not thief in a night. Juliet Wholeness steal in broad daylight under heavy security. Is it not Juliet Wholeness? Broad daylight. High-end mahogany. Is it not Juliet Wholeness? For your $800 million apartment, expensive doors, wall robe, front piece, door jam, window jam, princess dressers, and all Juliet Wholeness. You're not thief a day, you're a night. You thief a day, you never hard to get catch. You never hard to get catch it. We know say you're a thief long time. If it's one name that was mentioned yesterday, that didn't surprise us, Miss Wholeness. It was yours. We knew anytime the integrity report starts flowing, yourself and your husband will headline it. We kind of never expect Tom. Hey, but anyway, you're there, you can't thief. Lord Jesus, what a disgrace, Prime Minister. We're dancing on your grave this morning. We're digging it. But later on, Prime Minister, we'll be coming back in Global Studio 358 to break bottles in your grave, Prime Minister. Because you're not going to lay down in the comfortable, no. Not even in your grave, Prime Minister. We will allow you to rest comfortable. So we'll make sure you lay down palm battle Because we're not going to give them expensive coffee. No prime minister, we're not do them something there. We're tie you in a black sheet. Yes. We're burying you the old-fashioned Muslim way. We're not like the white sheet prime minister. Black sheet. Yes. We want to bury the old honor like in a mass grave. Wrapped in black sheet prime minister. With broken bottles and tires on top of it. Is where your crooked governance, prime minister, your corruption has taken the entire Jamaica Labour Party into a mass grave, bone hand behind them, wrapped in sheet, prime minister, dust with petals and tire, is where you has taken the Jamaica Labour Party. Irredeemable, prime minister. You think Siaga did kill it? And no, you're going to see that. If you think to say, prime minister, if you think Siaga did afraid, it did mash up JLP, we have no other choice but to dig a mass grave for the Jamaica Labour Party this morning, prime minister. It's all going down. You could have get coach stick, anything you're trying to use to hold up the Labour Party. Nothing without credibility, prime minister, can stand. You on your entire rigmarole is a bunch of looters and shooters. No different, prime minister, from the looters and shooters you had unleashed on us for the last few weeks, because you knew, prime minister, what was coming, and you want to use violence to control us, something that is well established in your party. It will be riot between you and us. Go, prime minister, you must. We say we sit down on the ship and the ship start rock. Prime minister. But this time, Anna Jonah, we got to overboard. Who will you be throwing overboard next, prime minister? This is where Global TV ends it this morning. Join us back later on Studio 358, where we will lash them, tie them to a horse, and we will have them all over the district. If you want to keep up with Drive Time London, hit the link now in the top of the chat. Subscribe. We are going to put our broadcast link out in less than half an hour. And we are going to make sure, even when Mouthpiece, Big Yard, and over Scatterfan now broadcast it, we are going to broadcast it. Tell Prime Minister, say, we said this is the headline story until the next general election. Thank you and good morning. Good afternoon from Global Television.